Welcome to Champion Minded, the podcast for those who aim for excellence, not only in the sports arena, but in life. My name is Allistair, author, speaker, mindset and performance coach, and my goal is to help you unleash your unlimited potential and provide you with the tools to achieve greatness. Are you ready to become champion minded? Then let's do this.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Champion Minded podcast. I'm Allistair McCall. Good to have you with me this week again. Coming to you this week from Pretoria, South Africa. I'm down here for the International Coaches Congress, which is being organized by the High Performance Center down here in Pretoria. If you haven't been to South Africa, it definitely is one of the countries you've got to visit. Not being biased there because I was brought up there in my school years, but an amazing country with a lot of sports culture, obviously beautiful scenery. But if you ever get the chance to come down here to South Africa, please do it. Anyway, this week, I'm super excited to bring you something which we were actually discussing down here in South Africa. I was chatting to the Olympic rowing coach, and over lunch we were talking about what he sees in world-class athletes or in high performers. And one area that he pointed out was that it is up to the athlete to take ownership of their journey. And that means that, he was talking about that he can't control, or no coach can control, what you, the athlete or performer, whatever area of expertise you may be in, do the other, what I call 20 hours of the day. Because in elite sports, be it in college or be it even in junior sports or professional sports, the average is around about 4 hours a day that you can really get productive activity out of. Sometimes a little bit less, but I call it the other 20 hours. And this particular coach was talking about the fact that he can't control what his athletes or her athletes can do out of time. They can maybe control, and your coaches can maybe control what you're doing in the time, in the practice time, or in the time that you're around the environment. But what are you doing outside of that practice time? Are you taking ownership, and are you accountable for the lifestyle you lead? Because at the end of the day, that's going to be the difference between those athletes or those performers that move on to greater things and those that don't. So anyway, where I want to start right now, maybe you do have the book Champion Minded. I want you to turn to page 105, and we're going to read that chapter. It's a short chapter. So here we go. Champion-minded athletes are dedicated to a champion lifestyle. As a performance and mindset coach, it's always been easy for me to see an athlete's seriousness about improving. I merely needed to observe their lifestyle and habits away from practice time. Elite athletes don't reach the top tiers of their sports through part-time dedication. Reaching the elite level requires a full-time commitment to excellence in every aspect of life. The average elite athlete spends around 4 hours per day practicing and training. The other 20 refers to the other hours in that person's day. Champion-minded athletes devote themselves to a lifestyle that supports skill development and peak performance. The champion lifestyle includes bedtime and wake-up times, nap, nutrition, hydration, stretching, journaling, etc. It all matters. Champion-minded athletes realize how they spend the other 20 hours of the day away from practice contributes to the quality of practice, training, and competition. Those 20 hours represent a substantial amount of time which directly affects the few hours devoted to training. So athletes, you rely on coaches and trainers to manage regularly scheduled session hours, but for the other 20, you are self-reliant. Champion-minded athletes are responsible and accountable time managers. They are dedicated to a champion lifestyle. Understanding what they do outside of practice contributes massively to their overall success. Those who aspire to be great are the ones who take better care of the other 20 hours of the day. So there you have it, taken straight from the book Champion Minded, page 105, about the other 20 hours of the day. You see, here's the thing. Champions make better choices. Let me ask you this, athletes. Who are you when coach isn't around? Who are you when others aren't watching? Are you still giving the same effort? Are you still bringing the same attitude? Are you still bringing the same work ethic when no one is watching? Because that is what elite performers do. Because at the end of the day, you're doing it for yourself, or you should be doing it for yourself. You're trying to get the best from yourself. You're creating habits that can take you further on in life, and those habits and that self-discipline you're building yourself will help you in different areas of your life, be it in business, be it in relationships, be it in a further sports career. Right now, you are building the habits and discipline that can create either a successful lifestyle and career or an unsuccessful lifestyle and career. So, as it said there in the passage in Champion Minded 105, it talks about it all matters. Those little routines and those little habits that you're building up every day. So let's break a few things down of where we're talking about in the other 20 hours. Let's first of all start with quality of sleep. You can't expect to perform at your peak if you're not getting the most fundamental, basic of energy, and that is sleep. As an athlete, you should be at least getting between 7 and 9 hours per night. In the book Champion Minded, I actually list a few high performers and the amount of hours they get per night, but you need that to be optimum. You need that for the energy to perform throughout the day, and especially if you're a student athlete, to perform and to have alertness and ability to concentrate in the classroom, and the ability to have a great effort on the court, on the field, the track, the gym, wherever it may be. Sleep is your number one foundation. And here's the thing, have a set bedtime, okay? And have a set wake up time. Because if you're leaving sleep to the last thing, and you're staying up late, and you're on social media, and you're on Instagram, and you're chatting, and you're getting to bed at 11, 12, you can't expect to perform getting up early in the morning. It's impossible. High performers prioritize quality of sleep. Second thing, your wake up time. Are you waking up with enough time to have a good breakfast, to sort out what you need for the day ahead, to see what your plan is? Champion-minded people have a game plan for the day. They have structure for the day. They're not getting up at the last moment. Listen, let's get one thing straight. Champion-minded people don't hit the snooze button. They get up the minute that first alarm goes off. They get up with purpose. They jump out of bed with action. That is what a vision and a great purpose gives you. Hitting that snooze button, you're wasting time on your dreams. You're wasting time on getting ahead. You're wasting time of being a success. Again, it all matters, all those small little things. Getting up early, having a great breakfast, having a power breakfast. You can't expect to drive a car to a destination if it has a quarter tank of gas and you need a full tank to get there. You can't perform at your optimum, never mind just physically, but mentally, if you aren't having a good breakfast and you aren't fueling properly throughout the day. And I'm talking about a quality breakfast. Cut down on the sugars. Get a quality breakfast, be it oatmeal, be it granola, be it some fresh fruit, yogurt, whatever it may be, but get a quality breakfast. That is key before leaving the house in the morning. Also, be prepared with snacks. Don't just rely on other people, or don't rely on vending machines and poor choices throughout the day. Go and do your grocery shopping, for example, once a week, and go and buy yourself quality foods, be it nuts, be it protein bars, be it just good choices, and have those available for you before you leave the house in the morning. What about also just taking care of your time management, leaving on time, having enough buffer time to get there and be relaxed, to be prepared. Champion-minded people get to meetings 10, 15 minutes before time, that they're prepared. It's sloppy, it's low standards when you arrive on time or late, or you keep other people waiting. These are the small little things that later on in life, be it in business or corporate, that are crucial to your success. Successful people keep great time management. Let's look at hydration as well. Are you hydrating all the time? Not just sometimes, or not just during your exercise. Understand that when you wake up in the morning, your body is already dehydrated because you've been sleeping and you've been under a warm blanket, for example. So the first thing you want to do in the morning is have a glass of water, but you want to maintain that hydration status throughout the day, not just only before practice or after practice. So keep a bottle of water on you handy all the time throughout the day and keep sipping. A lot of the times, tiredness, moodiness, Poor decision making comes down to low hydration, poor hydration, as something as simple as that, okay? What about naps? Naps are important as well. Is having a 20-minute nap, for example, before practice or an hour before practice starts, so that you can just rest the body and, more importantly, quieten the mind. Switch the phone off. Put the phone in another room. Don't go to bed with your phone in your hand. There's going to be distraction. There's going to be probably messages coming through, or your mind is going to be curious as into who's messaging you. Keep your phone in another room. Switch off for 20 minutes a day. If you can plan that in the middle of the day. These are what I call champion-minded decisions to your energy. Talking about energy management is the key to success. Managing your energy. Write this down. TM plus EM equals EP. What does that stand for? TM is time management plus EM, energy management, equals extraordinary productivity. So when you're able to manage your time and you're able to manage your energy, right? We spoke about that. Energy being your food, your better rest, your mindset is also an energy factor. You will be able to produce extraordinary results. Here's the thing. Successful people are better organized. It's one of the things I've come across in incredibly successful people. They're well organized. They're prepared. This is what champion-minded is all about. It doesn't require skill, doesn't require talent. It requires effort, dedication, commitment. Something that every coach wants from their players. You want a great culture, right? You want a winning team. Well, you play the biggest part in that winning team. Is that you're able to be accountable for your side, you're able to be responsible for others in the team, but you're able to get these controllables right. Good energy, good time management, commitment, great attitude, energy, all these things that are key factors to high performance. Consistency every single day. Guys, I can't tell you how big this is. If you want to see those results happen, you want to see those changes happen, this is where it happens. It starts with you. You know, the ability to improve skills is far less than the ability to improve these things which make the big differences. Discipline yourself so others don't have to discipline you. Start a new way of preparing yourself for higher performance and more success. I mean, who doesn't want success, right? Who doesn't want to be in a winning team? And that starts with you. Guys, I know you can do this. Let's get out there and do it. So there we have it, guys. Another show in the bag. I hope you enjoyed that one. Remember that this podcast is available on iTunes and on YouTube, the Champion Minded channel. Follow me on social media at Allistair McCall on Twitter, Be Champion Minded on Instagram, and McCall Method on Facebook. So remember, you were made for greatness. Now go do the work. Until next time, stay champion minded, my friends.